to Everyday Struggle and Desk here with Academics and Wayno, our second to last episode of the year.
Yes, it is.
I can't believe we made it, guys.
We did.
Been a hell of a year.
That's a fact.
Been a hell of a year.
It has.
Motherfucker,
That's it. That's all I had.
You need like a moment of silence. Yeah,
I was like reflecting. I was like, damn, it's been a hell of a year.
No, we've been a lot.
Yeah.
I really can't believe we're still on the air, to be honest with you guys.
Hey, and this is my first time, running through it all with you, so.
Wayno, thanks for riding with us.
A year earlier, it was hella turmoil, chaos, and confusion and bullshit behind the scenes.
Pretty much.
This time the waters has stilled a little bit.
It's calm.
Okay.
I got
couple of little
breakfast
waves,
with the crew
but
today. No, nothing like last year. We're good.
Yeah, last year.
Right?
That shit was.
Unless one of you pull some shit during the holidays, but I'm turning the internet off.
I ain't pulling nothing. I'll be here.
I'll be here.
I'll be here.
All right. We're going to ride out with some Kanye, right? Just in time for our second to last episode of the year. All right, so this happened on Thursday, but look, we haven't been here. So Kanye got on Twitter and just went on a rant. I read about half of this rant and then got really confused. So this started with him sharing a screenshot of a text message from a person named Free, who says that Drake wanted a clearance request for Say What's Real. Obviously, Kanye was not into this, and from here, things get crazy. So over the course of a series of tweets, he accuses Drake of sneak dissing him on sicko mode. He says that he's threatened his family. He said Travis was dissing him. He said if anything happens to him or his family, Drake is the first suspect. Look, I thought the purple demon emojis thing was kind of funny, but is Kanye really scared for his life out here?
What you think, Ad?
Young Champagne, this is what he's doing, threatening people's lives?
I actually believe.
Believe on what level,
Which
though?
Which of the tweets do you believe?
I believe that there's something, like, again, I keep saying this whole little perception we got of Drake. He's super soft, Degrassi, all that. I don't think we're dealing with the same Drake anymore. Now, Kanye, I think whatever, like, of course, we bring it back to the Pusha T thing. Did you tell Pusha about the son? Whatever that discrepancy is between both of them, I do feel like, and also there was some accusations even made by Kanye, who knows if it's true, where he says, yo, you're getting people hurt by, you're buying 2 rows of Pusha's concert and trying to get stuff violent. Again, if that is true, this might be true. I do think that Drake probably called Kanye like, I'm gonna slap this shit.
But hold on, then he's saying
like,
Drake.
some real shit.
But I'm not mad at that. Look,
or like a little OVO accent. I'm gonna get you pitched, dog.
But then he said he's been after him since summer 16. That was a while ago. They've worked together since then. You've invited him to your crib or at least to the mountains in Wyoming since then.
This is why I couldn't take it serious because he was like, yo, this guy, if I die, it's him. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, a nice little dry snitch. Ain't nothing wrong with that on the grill. You're not no gangster. I get it. Even though I was like, it got to a point I'm like, he needs to just go file a police report. Like, why are we so long? File a police report. You're telling us this guy's about to kill you, right? But then I'll be worried for his life and safety because he's even tweeting like, my kids, my wife.
Stop it.
And then he says, yo, this all started because I said I got a bigger pool than this nigga. I'm like, what?
Yo, I'm not scared for Kanye's life or anything due to Drake. I think that Drake is.
Why not?
I'm gonna tell you, and this don't got nothing to do with Drake, because Drake a man. No, Drake is a man. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna disrespect him in that sense. He's a man. But I think that he's fucking dying laughing at this nigga. Like, what the fuck is wrong with him? Now, you think that, like, for the level of people that they are, I believe that Drake, because I would have told him some shit like that. Like, yo, when I catch you, I'm gonna punch you dead in your shit.
Yeah, but then Kim K jumping in saying, don't threaten my family. You're the Kardashians and Kanye West. You're telling me you guys don't have any security, that you're worried about Drake? What are you talking about?
Because he said, how's the family? Like, but look, that's what they say he said.
He did the Birdman hand rub. That's why he was
No, but listen, remember what I said before? All right, if it's some sort of problem between them, not that he's bullying him, but I would keep fucking with you too. Just because I know it's bothering you, I'm going to keep fucking with you, right? Now, I didn't like the fact that he threw Travis into this mix with the whole sicko mode shit. And the reason why I didn't like that is because when Kanye did late registration, when he did late registration, he still was signing Rockefeller and all of that. He put Nas, now Nas ain't dissed Jay-Z on Kanye's album, on We Made Ya, but he put him on a song without Jay and Nas reconciling any of their problems. He put Game on late registration on Crack Music when Game was saying Rockefeller could suck my dick, Jay-Z could suck my dick. So don't throw Travis into this shit like it's so easy that he forgot. It's so easy I forget.
But then he said he called Trav, just got threats too. Wasn't that one of the tweets? And then
I don't know,
later
yo.
he said they
Yo,
talked and made up.
Like, again, and I'm just gonna say, if I'm listening to Drake's music, and I've been telling y'all that a lot of them little coded threats circling the block, was no coincidence. Ye clearly, you know what I mean? He's feeling the heat. I am super disappointed by all the people that surround. Yo, Ye produced like 13 albums this year. What happened to all them niggas? Why Pusha not saying nothing right now?
But did you see what?
I think his people, whether there's a real threat or not, clearly Kanye is either spooked, maybe because there's a threat of some other shit, or maybe just mentally he's kind of losing a little bit. But for everybody who he's held down, for nobody to even speak up except his wife, I look at that crazy, because when it comes to music time, y'all ride that nigga wave.
All right, but look, remember what Pusha said on Joe podcast or whatever about him? He's like, their relationship is weird. Like, he was like, that whole relationship is weird with how they deal with each other. He's like, I'm not getting into that shit, because he was like, I'm not even allowed to be there when he's there with the whole Wyoming shit. When Drake came to Wyoming, Pusha like, they don't even want me around him when he's there. So I think like, Kanye's a grown fucking man, yo. He's a grown-ass man. He might have some mental issues. He may not. He just needs to stay off of social media. We all wanted to know what he was thinking for so long. I really don't. I'm tired of him tweeting. I'm really tired of him tweeting. I can't take it no more.
I felt bad for him, but I also thought about, which may or may not be convenient, I thought about the mental health aspect of it too. You know, like everybody online was saying, Kanye, shut the fuck up. You're annoying. We don't like you. But, I mean, if there was an example of a mental breakdown via tweets, this was it. And to be honest, we clown that nigga, you know what I mean? And we do treat a lot of people like that when it comes to that situation.
Absolutely.
Now, if Kanye checked into rehab, we'd all be sad. Oh my God.
I don't know if I'd be sad. I wouldn't be sad.
I don't think he would be sad.
I wouldn't be sad,
He
my
needs it
nigga.
right
You
now,
would feel
seems
like a dickhead for clowning.
I would never feel like no.
Or if Kanye was kill himself,
Hold
we'd
on,
all
hold
feel
on.
horrible.
Okay, no one wants that to happen. But
Yeah,
didn't that
of course
already
not.
happen? He had the breakdown on stage. He was calling out people. Then he took some time off to like get his shit together.
Yeah.
That already happened, and now we're back here again.
No, but we've never seen this level.
I'm just saying, does Kim have to be on Twitter telling Drake not to threaten her family? She can't just keep her husband off the internet. I get it. He's a grown-ass man. He's going through some things, but like, that's what she could do to help him, not tweet at Drake.
I'm gonna keep it all the way a band. I don't feel no way about like. I have an opinion, right? I have an opinion on what he's doing, and I'm doesn't mean I'm correct. Doesn't mean I'm wrong either. I don't feel. I feel like his battle, whatever he's going through, has to be handled by him. I think that him yelling for this person and that person and that person is just like him trying to make excuses for why it's happening, right? Now, if he's really dealing with something mental health-wise or whatever, and he's on meds or not on, he needs to really fully check himself in and get some help. But other than that, as long as you're gonna be doing little silly shit like this, I'm gonna have something to say. And I think that he's out of his fucking mind. Like, it's funny to me.
So one thing he keeps
It's funny to
saying
me.
is basically like, I'm a legend, I paved the way for you guys in music, fashion, so no one can say anything about me ever. I don't think I agree with that.
But he could say something about everybody else.
Right, I think your
Like,
legacy is cemented. It doesn't mean people can't talk about you just doing too much.
no more checks over stripes. That's dead, right? But you can say whatever you want about Nike. Like, it's always so convenient. He's always so crazy till it got something to do with something not regarding to him.
I'm not gonna lie, that's the most disgusting part of this whole thing. Y'all two black men and y'all beefing for brands who probably like the billionaires be kicking it with each other, like laughing and enjoying the billions they make off of you. They look like two slaves, or actually, because he argued
Drake's
himself.
not even responding.
That
Drake ain't
nigga
even
just look like
responding
a
to
real
him,
new
right.
slave. But I don't know, like at first I started laughing and then I kind of felt genuinely concerned for Kanye. Literally genuinely concerned. And also,
Sympathetic act.
and also, truth be told, like, you know what? It's easy to just get at the dude who's having a mental breakdown. I think Drake is fucking with them. And honestly, hold on. And honestly, I think Ye did make a great point. Like, just like what Drake did to Cudi, like that's not, if you know, and we've talked about other people who clearly have some mental issues.
Yeah.
It's not cool to fuck with someone who has mental issues.
It's not.
And Drake is showing a pattern that, like, he's done that.
All right, so look, that's not cool, right? But at the same time, like, at the same time, Push said he got his information from whoever, right? We know how it looks. Now, how it looks, if that's how Drake feels, then fuck your mental. Like that's what I'm saying. Fuck your mental health issues. If I feel like I shared something with you in private, and and he said he came to him for advice because of the situation of the woman he got pregnant, etc. And then it comes out in a rap, right? Then it comes out in a diss record. Now, I don't know what the process, like I said, I don't know what the process with good music is. I don't know how a record could come out that you produced, mixed and mastered, and you didn't get no approvals over hearing it, or you didn't even put two and two together to hear what was going on.
And then you would turn around and be mad at Travis for allowing the same thing to happen.
But if I'm Drake, fuck all of that. You wanna know why? Because when the line was crossed with family on Pusha's side, it was permissible for him to go at him however he wanted to, right? Now, when the lines is crossed for his family, where he might feel like, yo, I trusted in you and I confided in you and you leaked my information, whether this shit with 40 is true or not, he feels that way. You can't tell that man how to feel.
Yeah, but Drake is the same nigga who went on this whole thing about crossing the line. There's a proverbial line with
Ain't
this.
no lines, man.
What line do you think Drake crossed here?
No, just going too far. Like, yo, you clearly, whatever point you were trying to make, especially publicly with this nigga, yeah, you accomplished it. If you're still fucking with him, just like you felt Pusha.
Texting Kris Jenner, like, how's the family? Is that what you're talking about? Because let's be honest, like, what do we
cold,
think? What do we think Drake? That's what I'm saying.
That nigga's cold if he did that.
It's not.
Yo.
It's probably not outright
He's a cold
threats.
nigga.
Is it stuff like that? Is that crossing the line? Hey, Kris, how's the family?
I mean, yeah, but also calling that nigga and threatening him. Clearly, you won already, bro.
But we want to know what the threat really was. That's the thing. We're taking Kanye's word for
I'm about
it here,
to get
no?
you clap, yeah. That's what he probably told
I'm
you.
sure
I
that's
think
what
he's
he
not
said.
gonna say nothing like that on no phone, man.
It's an OVO
He's not gonna
man.
say nothing like that. But I feel like, honestly, if he did tell him, yo, all right, if I'm going to Walmart and I catch you on the way, my nigga, I'm running in your shit, I'm not mad at him for saying that. I'm not. It is what it is.
Well, listen, Drake is giving off this mobster vibe. Yes.
I told you I would have. Listen, if I was Drake, I would have fucking bought an owl and sent it to his house. I would have bought an owl and sent the fucking owl to his house.
As we laugh about this,
what?
Let's address it.
I'm laughing. Fuck it.
Nah. We got because we talked about it, and whether Ye really knew the information or not, or really that's verified. If Drake did buy out, like, you wouldn't be a little bit fearful of a nigga who feels so personal about certain issues. Keep in mind, you're not from that life, but he feels so personal about certain issues. He's buying out, allegedly, 2 rows of a concert and sending people.
My nigga, we seen the concert. If he bought out 2 rows of the concert, why was there only 4 people who threw something at the stage? That don't make sense.
Okay, so you don't believe that?
That's not adding up, bro. Listen, that shit is not adding up. For one, if you buy out a row or 2 rows, that's because you don't want niggas to be in that row, right? You buying it out. Remember what 50 Cent just did? Like, oh, I just bought Ja Rule whole concert.
50 definitely didn't buy shit though.
He probably,
that was full cap.
It probably was cap, but he brought it to say, all right, the show is going to be empty. The show was packed and the show was rocking. So it was 3 or 4 niggas that might, or 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 people who might have, out of maybe 2,500 to 3,000 people, do some shit on the stage. Do them numbers add up to you? You believe that this nigga Drake brought 2 rows of a show for 4 niggas? You believe that?
4 tried to jump on stage.
Right.
There was hella water balloons being thrown. Listen, all I'm saying is I don't think
say they was throwing water balloons on stage.
Listen, all I'm saying, man,
right,
I just believe that through Kanye West's mental breakdown, which is super hilarious because you can't share some personal shit like that on Instagram and Twitter and expect sympathy. You can't. Like, niggas will clown you for anything. They'll clown you for, like, winning money. They'll clown you for having a newborn kid. They'll clown you for look like you're shook, like you're from Chicago. You look super shook online. Yo, if something happens to me.
But we know Kanye not like that, though. We know he not like that.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. Like, what would normally draw sympathy in other settings, like, for example, if he had, like, an emotional-ass interview with, I don't know, Trevor Noah just kind of, like, crying. Well, Trevor Noah didn't do shit like that. But anyway, like, it's like a more personal type of shit, you would probably feel bad for him. On the Twitter, like, nah,
It's just because we had enough. It's just been too much this year. Too much.
I'm not feeling. Listen, I'm gonna just keep it a bit. I'm not feeling bad for nothing. I'm not feeling bad for nothing. Because
Aubrey, don't hurt Kanye, man.
Listen, he acting like he don't know what's going on. Like, he's acting like if he really got problems. No, wait a second. If he really has problems, then go to a hospital and check yourself in. Stop worrying about fucking clothes and product and music and get some help. But stop acting like you don't know what's going on out here.
Right. We'll take this seriously when you don't mention the Yeezys.
Yeah,
just
like
one
exactly.
time, just one fucking time.
You gonna
wanna
say
hear about
you
the
taking
Yeezys.
food out my family mouth, saying, and that line, I ain't gonna lie. This is what I'm saying. Drake got some cold ass lines.
Hey, hold on. I'm not gonna lie. Listen, I might have to, which I know Wayne knows about lose his mind. I might have to give Drake that edge on like fucking with your enemy on some subliminal shit.
Yeah.
Even more than Jay, man. Like this nigga got niggas going crazy. He look like he's casually look on. So all that shit's going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
He puts up 3 Instagram story posts, and if you had zero idea about what was going on, and you had to add context to why he would probably put those 3 Instagram story posts up, he was directly responding to Kanye and fucking with him even more.
No, but listen, at least when Jay did it, it led to music. It was about music. It was about battling in music. He subbed the Locks. He subbed fucking Mobb Deep. He subbed.
Drake made Sicko Mode. What the fuck?
What I'm saying is this is one person, so I'm not gonna give him the edge over that. This is one person, and it's only led to music with Drake maybe 1 or 2 times where he subbed people. Like if you sub Kid Cudi's not coming back with bars of fury
if
for
he
you.
drops it, it's not like Kanye's gonna respond.
Drake subbed Kanye on like 5 tracks on Scorpion, Sicko Mode. He subbed him on the new joint with him and Lil Baby. Like, yo, he's giving this nigga all the work.
And he's somewhere drinking a glass of red wine watching this go down. With a candle lit, for sure.
With a candle
For sure he has a candle
Why
lit.
does everybody always set like this mood for Drake,
Because I
how
had
he
an interview
chills
with
out?
him once and there was a candle and a glass of red wine.
Oh,
Hey, listen,
It looked
I'm not
like a
gonna
date,
lie.
that's
Listen,
his thing.
I was clowning him on Thursday night.
Yeah.
By Saturday night, I started feeling bad because I'm like, if
come
anything happens to the legend and icon Kanye, I would feel bad that while he was alive.
Don't feel bad.
Will you be
He has
calling the
enough
authorities
money.
to corroborate his
Stop
story?
it, guys. Kanye
What?
has enough
I said,
money.
would you be calling the authorities to corroborate his story?
Wait, what story? Drake ain't called me and tell me that he gonna send the OVO.
No, I'm talking about Kanye. You said if something happened to Kanye, I said, would you be calling the authorities? Because you saying to tell him to leave him alone.
Nah, I think Drake should leave him alone, for real.
Cut it out, bro.
Sure.
The Kardashians
Man,
and the West
alone, man.
have enough
Please,
money to
man.
hire a security team. Just stop
I'll
it.
be
Anyway,
bothering him
fine.
for
You go
any
ahead and
time.
feel bad about this. Let's hear what
That's
Auntie...
just so cold.
I'm just over Kanye. I've had enough. Let's hear what Auntie Snoop had to say about all of this.
Is y'all getting tired of this nigga Kanye West and these tweets? Cause I am. I see why nigga you and Donald Trump hang out. Nigga, y'all tweet like a motherfucker, cuz. I think that nigga need Dr. Phil or Maury or... You know what? That nigga need Jerry Springer. Jerry. Somebody take that nigga phone.
He ties his silk scarf better than me. I have
Might
trouble
take
with
that
that shit
nigga
at
phone,
night.
cuz.
Kanye would be the only nigga in the history of rap to get bullied by Drake. On
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
like on a threatening level. Now musically Drake's different, but
Oh, man.
I don't know, man. I just feel bad for Ye. I just want to say I sympathize with Ye.
All right, academics.
Heard you, my nigga.
If you say so.
You gotta hear. Listen, wait till you hear his video commentary
No.
about how he was reading the tweets. He does not sympathize.
Nah, I didn't sympathize at first, but I'm not, yo,
Or three
he
days
seems
later?
really distressed. Even though it's a lot of mixed messages. I don't want to hear about the 350s. I don't like the 350s. I'm telling everybody, don't wear the
Don't you got a
350s
pair
around
of
me.
350s?
Yeah, I stopped wearing them.
Hey, get the fuck out of
Drake
here,
told me to
man.
stop. Stop.
All right, let's
I was
get
trying to
back
be around Drake. He says, don't wear them around me, so I stopped wearing them.
This dude.
In other news, Offset is still out here trying to keep love alive, and we support him. So he crashed Cardi B's set at Rolling Loud in LA this weekend. First, he wheeled out a cake with words that said, "Take me back, Cardi," and then here's a cute video of him trying to apologize on stage.
Hey. I just want to tell you I'm sorry, bro. In person, in front of the world, I love you.
Right, wrong, or indifferent, I don't want people like to just keep doing fuck shit, saying fuck shit. Violating my baby father is not gonna make me feel any better, because at the end of the day, that's still family. Unfortunately, we going through things.
All right, so later, Offset tweeted, "All of my wrongs have been made public. I figure it's only right that my apologies are made public too. I was just trying, thank God I ain't got no balloons." He was also supposed to drop his album. That did not happen. But anyway, what'd you guys think? He's really out here trying to...
It's just some real man shit, man. It's just some real man shit. I'm not mad at Offset because like he said, because everybody always says, oh, a man does wrong. He want to keep it low. He don't want to address it. He doing everything he can. I don't know what he did specifically, you know, because we've seen a lot of different things in the media or whatever, right? Well, I don't know what was the straw that broke the camel back, whatever the case may be, but I'm not mad at him, yo. I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him at all.
Do you support that for Dak?
I feel like Mona Scott is producing all this.
Oh, Jesus Christ, here we go.
This is just like I keep saying, yo, I do believe they're going through some shit, but the way this shit playing out, man. I know we had that conversation last week, like, no, they don't need no more promo. Man, every time you think they've reached the max amount of promos, another thing happens. I don't know, man. Like, anytime I see some public shit, just like we're saying to Kanye, could you stop tweeting and go knock on that nigga's door? He lives next door, bro. Could you go pull up on your wife, like, off stage?
That's the thing.
I mean?
I guess he has behind the scenes, but he
Of
wants
course
to make
he's
the
pulled
public
up.
effort.
It feels a little funny to me. Like, people clearly are in. There's another video of the publicist bringing Offset to the stage.
Hey, man, listen.
Like it's a lot. Like, you don't crash a stage. You get me? You have her team lead you to the stage. They all make sure you got the cakes and the candles
Of course.
Yeah, you
Hey,
know
listen,
what I mean?
man,
And I feel like, bruh, I was born at night, just not last night. Like,
Okay,
listen,
so why do
listen.
you think the album didn't come out? Sorry, let's win and go first.
No, when men get caught doing bad.
I got an answer for that.
Okay.
When men get caught doing bad, usually men just stay home and fucking clean up all weekend.
That's-
what I mean?
that's how you-
That's what men do. I ain't going
That's it?
outside. I'm not going to do nothing. I'm going to do whatever it is you say. He's making efforts, regardless to what's going on. If you think it's Mona Scott produced or it isn't, evidently it's something going on, and evidently it's something to pull him in a certain way. Pretty sure Offset could go get 100 chicks right now if he wanted to, right? He's making an effort, so I'm not mad at the man.
I just
I'm not
feel
mad
like
at them.
their private, really family issues are most likely dealt with private, and what we see public is usually for a show. It doesn't mean the two can't have a parallel.
I see what you mean.
But there is a public benefit from courting all the fucking attention. And yeah, while there's real issues, I looked at that shit saying, damn, this shit look like a scene on Love and Hip Hop. I love it.
Maybe
not
the
mad.
reality show is coming.
By the way, the album not coming out, I think all this shit made sense with it. Listen, I heard that album was gonna be promoted with a lot of family stuff. I heard the baby picture being tweeted out wasn't coincidental. Cardi fucked it up, you know what I mean? Because there are real issues, you know? All right? You about to use little baby cultures, your little album cover, nigga? Fuck that. It's out, okay? All this shit happening. Album got pushed back, which tells me there's real issues.
Okay.
I'm just saying all these theatrics, because
like
I
a
don't
lot.
think this is gonna be the rest of it. You know? Listen, we all gonna be home for the holidays, hoping that the Cardi B's and Offset get back together. I will say though, for all the niggas I seen on Instagram, these niggas got 33 baby mamas. They've been married 20 times. They don't give a fuck about the chicks they used to be with. But they all want Cardi B and Offset to get back together. That's some powerful
true.
shit.
Yeah,
That sounds
word.
personal.
No,
He's right. There are a lot of rappers in
Every
the comments
dude
saying get back
is
together.
on
Yeah.
Instagram
I think Jay was
acting
in
like the last hope for black love or colored people love and excellence
Colored
is
people love
Cardi B
colored people.
and Offset.
Wow, academics.
That's facts.
This nigga just said colored people.
Am I lying?
But all right,
That's acceptable in South Africa. It's cool. Let's just pretend we're there for.
we're
a minute.
in New York. But
No, I
anyway,
have to say colored people because Cardi's not black.
Yeah, but she's mixed.
but anyway,
Okay,
I hope that they can resolve their issues, man. But if they don't, they don't. That's life. They're both very young.
Hold on.
They're both very young, and they weren't together that long either. You know.
I will say, but you see, I don't have no opinion on if they should or not. Like, I'm not one of the people like, no, do it. Like, them getting back together does nothing for me, other than maybe I make some more videos, but nothing else. You get me? Like, that's up to them. I see a lot of people trying to pressure Cardi. We don't exactly know
we don't know
why they're in this state, or if everything we're seeing, if it's completely just really organic, we don't know why it got to that point. I see a lot of people pressuring Cardi B, like, yeah, just get over it. Just like, yeah, we need y'all back together. I feel like that's also, you know what? Who knows what the situation is? You're pressuring somebody to get back into something that clearly, at the moment, they wanted to get out of. So, however they work that out, good for them. I just want to watch season 2.
Season 2. Wait, so how long do you think the album's gonna be delayed? Till next year?
At this point, I think till next year. You know, we got 21
December's
Savage.
over.
Yeah, 21 Savage dropping 21st. So I say top of the year. But then
Okay.
Culture 3 coming. So
Oh man. Maybe it's better that way though. We've had a lot.
Are they dropping another album calling it Culture 3?
No, well, you would imagine that the Migos, like...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're gonna...
Well, you would hope that they keep that theme going. Or whatever their next project is called.
Right.
But yeah, I'm sick of this, though.
All right, how about Gucci and Waka? They made up. There's no issues here anymore, thank God. Yeah. So you guys remember they fell out a few years ago, and I think at the time Waka sounded pretty adamant that he was good. He wanted nothing to do with Gucci, but recently he said he was ready to make up, and it finally happened. So during an interview with Streets 94.5 in Atlanta, Gucci revealed that they finally had this talk, and everything is good. Let's take a look.
No, to be honest, you know, when him going on the internet like that, I reached out because I thought it was urgent. You know, I'm thinking it was something. You know, I'm like, let me reach out now because I want to know if you reaching out like that publicly, let me call him. So we called and had that conversation.
So you guys are cool
yeah,
again? We
had a conversation. We got everything in the past now.
That's dope.
Yeah, we've had a lot of beefs this year, but these two making up plus Drake and Meek is pretty significant, I think, for the culture.
Why Waka ain't walk out on stage to Gucci, man, with some cake and flowers, man? What's up? Is that what you're doing?
You so
man,
out of pocket,
Waka should have walked out. You know what I mean? Be like, hey yo, Wop, sorry, bro. You know what I mean?
You so out of pocket.
Just saying.
But nah, but that's cool. That's cool because you know it could have went different ways. And just when Gucci first came home and Gucci went on record saying, man, I'm not trying to repatch no relationships up. And Waka was saying the same thing.
Yeah.
And Gucci was already going. He made Waka rap. I mean, like he helped him start his career. So that's dope that they got past their differences.
Yeah, to me this was probably the biggest. If we're gonna call it either beef or just like falling out, that I'm glad people like Drake and me, that was some rap shit. Like, we niggas is rap friends.
But this
like,
was family.
Yeah, you niggas was around each other. You niggas is responsible for the other person's career. Like, it was very, like, these two used to really just be like this, at least publicly. So to see when they fell out, you hope that this point would come. And still, we haven't even seen the point where they're both on stage. I think that's going to be the full circle moment. I was really happy to see this.
Yeah, wasn't Waka just saying he was about to retire or something like that too?
Yeah.
He said he's been ready to retire.
and also, if you've been watching Waka's content, like the mind state he's in is very different. So I could understand Gucci, who probably has kept an eye on like what's going on with Waka, despite if he's talking to him or not. Just when you hear somebody's on a very different tone, he's saying things about retiring, you know, moving on to other things. I think Gucci is growing in Waka too. So yeah. I'm glad for both of them. I love this.
Dope.
Time heals most things.
Absolutely.
All right, so we got a couple quick hits before we go, but real quick, we just want to talk about the new Kodak album. Now, everyone didn't have a chance to listen to this super in-depth, and we don't want to rush the review, but we have to acknowledge that it dropped. So, of course, the project is called Dying to Live, 16 new songs, features from Offset, Pump, Juice WRLD, and a lot more. So this is his first official project since he's been home from jail. Ak, what'd you think? I'm sure you listened.
This shit is fire, yo. Kodak, this is the first release he's dropped since his prior to he was in jail. This time around, he's finally free. He's doing a proper rollout. His head is more clearer. I don't think he's really rapping for critics, but if you ever were critical of Kodak because you might have heard singles and you're like, yeah, well, he can't rap like that. I think he proves a lot of people wrong. Like, he gets really deep on a lot of these songs and he's a lot of introspection. You get me? And so I like the whole thing. You know, like he did an interview where he was talking about like the single type records versus the records he really enjoys. And you could tell the records that he really likes are the records that literally he's either talking to his former self, and you know, he's a suburban dude now. He's talking to his former self, or he's talking to people who come from the same community and the same place like him. I love this shit.
Introspective hood music.
Yeah, I ain't get a chance to check it out yet, but I'm definitely going to give it a listen over the holiday.
You know who thought the album was amazing? Drake.
Yeah, I seen that.
He wasn't so busy threatening Kanye that he couldn't listen, so that's good.
He said it was the best album he's heard in 5 years.
With the lyrics from this shit.
Boo, that was trash.
No, I'm serious.
That was trash.
No, I'm serious. He Instagrammed one of the songs on Kodak's album, and go listen to that shit. If you just reimagine it and why Drake's listening at that time, he's talking about, for real.
So you used Kodak to threaten Kanye? There's so many layers to this.
No, it's not like, it wasn't like a threat. It was like just poking at him.
What did he say? What was the line he
like
quoted?
the whole song was, I can't remember the exact like concept of the song, but it was very direct to what the fuck Kanye was going on with.
Interesting.
Trust me, That's why Drake is like almost, even when he lost the beef, he still won. Like, he's really calculated. However, I mean, I'm not shocked that he enjoyed this. I was shocked when I seen the text messages because like he was like fangirling out over Kodak, basically saying, yo, this shit's amazing. You broke down a different wall to have a bird's eye view of like your life and where you came from. Like almost asking like Kodak for advice. So that was dope.
Yeah.
That was dope.
All right, congrats to Kodak, man. What a comeback. Well, not a comeback. What a return. A homecoming for him.
Right.
All right, so before we go, a couple more quick hits. So Ski Mask was stopped by TMZ cameras over the weekend, of course, and they asked him about his beef with Vic Mensa. So remember last week, Vic was doing press. He said he did apologize to X's mom for what he said, although he didn't change his mind about the lines. But anyway, Ski Mask said that the beef is done. They made up before things got too far. Are you guys surprised? Obviously, people were like very outraged in the moment.
Yeah,
It's good that they made up so quickly.
I'm a little bit surprised. I wouldn't think like I didn't know that it was well, Ski Mask and X, they came up together and all of that, right? I didn't really see Ski Mask say much. I seen him say one or two things, but I didn't think anybody was going to take it to another level. But I'm happy that they did squash their beef. Ak, will you and Vic be squashing your beef as well?
Oh, that's what hip hop is waiting for, Ak.
No beef to be squashed. Vic
Sure
is
there is.
garbage.
You guys-
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe I have a musical beef with him. Like he's trash. But anyway, this was important. Like we don't need violence in hip hop. Which, by the way, Vic is a flip-flopping clown with that. Like he'll say no violence, then threaten.
So say one more time that you guys don't have beef.
Yeah, we don't have beef.
Okay.
But I'm being honest with you. Like this is good because really, you know, like you don't want to. Even for that situation with X, you don't want that shit to lead to violence.
Yeah.
Both of these guys, I don't know why they book Vic for festivals, but they be booking them.
Okay, how many shots can you take
I'm
while
just
saying that
saying.
you don't have beef?
Yo, all these niggas, just
But
like we
don't
saw
know
with
violence.
Russ.
That's what makes violence
Hold
sometimes.
on. Just like you see with Russ and Smoke Perp, they're gonna be at like the Rolling Louds. They're gonna be in the backstage area. And unless y'all really wanna have that type of energy and have smoke for each other because you said what online and then the other person said they're gonna do whatever, you know, you have that conversation and, you know, clearly Vic has showed that he could have a conversation, even though that was with X's mom. You know, I don't know who initiated that conversation, but I'm glad that happened because I could have seen, like, all of X's homies, by the way, one of X's good friends started Rolling Loud, which is a huge festival. Vic Mensa is usually booked. Ski Mask, always there.
Got it.
All of X's people, something would have happened. So glad that got ironed out.
Okay.
It's good to it's good to see no bullshit coming out of that, you know, because it was a real touchy subject. So it's good to see no BS coming out of it.
All right, so we want to do at least one fan question before we go today. But first, we got to say congrats to Remy Ma and Papoose. So they announced on the 14th the birth of their first daughter. Congratulations. They've been together for, what, 10 years? More than 10 years. One of hip-hop's most legendary couples. So big congratulations to them.
Yeah, salute to them, man. Salute to them. That's very dope. That's very dope. Because they was they were very public about what they went through last time she was pregnant with the miscarriage and everything. So it's happy to see that the baby was born nice and healthy. Congrats to them, too.
All right, so our last fan question of the year is from Luke, and the question is, do you think that rappers who have Lil in their name, excluding Wayne, are being held back by their title and are missing the chance to evolve their career? There surely are a lot of Lils out here, as Joe made known very loudly last year, but do you think that actually affects your career at this point?
No, I don't think it affects your career because, like, if you trash, you trash. If you're only gonna be at a certain level and you're not gonna work at your craft, you'll always stay at a certain level. Your name could be, it doesn't matter what your name is. Like, it really doesn't matter what your name is. It really is dependent upon, like, how hard you work. I think that littles get grouped in because majority of the littles rap a certain way.
Yeah.
But if you're looking at, I mean, you got Lil Wayne as an example. You know, like, he's probably the best little there ever will be. But if that's your bar, then you should be trying to attain that. You know, so for me, it doesn't
Matter
mean
at all?
anything. Yeah, it doesn't mean.
What about when you jump out with a name like Young Thug? Very first time. Does that influence the way you think about an artist before you get to know them better?
I only think about names when it comes to branding. And a lot of these niggas fucked their branding up when they got names. Shit, Young Thug said it.
Yeah.
Like, when Leor was doing the press run with him, of course, for You Know My Name is Jeffrey, they said, yo, yeah, a name like Young Thug, it's a little bit inhibiting from some of the shit that he could be getting into. So when I look at the little, I don't think the little is a problem.
It's the name after.
It's after.
Yeah.
Your name is Lil Xan?
Or Lil Uzi. You know what I mean?
You
Like,
get
that's
me?
like, that kind of hurt you a little bit.
And I do think that sometimes could like inhibit you. But that's on the branding side. Music wise, the whole little thing now, because there's quote unquote the littles, it's like a wave of just new young rappers who kind of sound alike, and they're not meant to last. So like you lump yourself in with those people, but of course the cream's gonna rise to the top. If you're good, you're gonna last.
Right.
Now, if you only have one song and then you can't replicate it, or you just weren't that hot to begin with, you just got lucky, you're gonna fade away, and of course it's gonna continue like that thought that the littles are now winning. But nigga, you weren't gonna, no matter what your name was, your name could have been anything. You ain't about to last for nothing. So I don't really think the name is that. I don't think the little is that bad at all.
Plus, you could always drop the Lil, right? Like
Nah, I
Jeezy
don't
dropped
think you
Young.
Yeah, Jeezy
Why can't
dropped
you
Young.
just be Yachty? Why can't you just be Uzi? Do you need the Lil?
You can.
I think that's so hard. Yeah, we still say Lil Wayne.
I mean, but Lil Wayne never dropped Lil Wayne. Like, he never dropped the Lil from his name. Jeezy dropped the Young. Like, people just started calling him Jeezy. Like, it does. I think Young, because Young was another thing for a long time. Yeah. Like, Young, everybody, that middle of the last decade era from 05 to maybe 2010, it was a lot of Youngs. You know, it was a lot of Youngs. But you start to grow, and you don't want to be considered, you know, grouped in, like you said, with that name. So you can drop it. As long as you don't change your name fully. Like, change your name fully, like A Boogie changing from A Boogie with the hoodie to artist. Everybody's just like, nah, you're A Boogie with the hoodie, but artist is his actual name. Yeah. So it's a kind of a tough transition.
Well, artist is his real name.
Yeah, it's his real name, yeah.
I mean, the reason why I think dropping the little doesn't work, because it's like Bow Wow tried to do it. I'm not Lil Bow Wow anymore, I'm Bow Wow. Nigga, we associated Lil Bow Wow with a particular point in your life. It inhibits growth, though. Like growth. Like, all right, Lil Xan, you're not gonna grow to Lil Percocet. Like, nigga, you are little.
But that also has to do with their height too. Listen,
you know what I mean? Like, you are, like, you get what I mean, though? Like, even if we're calling you Xan, like, bro.
Yeah, there's
but all the littles,
like, it's that name already defines when we met you and define the biggest thing you did when we heard about you, period. So, like, if what, like, for example, say Lil Xan, who, by the way, salute to him, he just came out of rehab. If he's gonna grow musically and say he gets to 30 and he wants to, like, kind of rebrand a little bit, he might have to really drop not only the little, but Xan. You might have to, like, and he played around with that, even that. Well, you can't drop the face tats. I don't know about that.
You can get tattoos taken off.
Yeah, a bunch of scars you're gonna have left over in your face. But I mean, I think that kind of holds certain people back. Like, even Yachty now, like, if Yachty was supposed to, like, for example, in 15 years, if he's still around, which he might be a legend if he's still around 15, right? He wants to now do different type of music, and he's like, all right, I want to be taken more seriously.
Yeah.
I don't know, the Yachty, even if you drop the little, just call me Yachty.
You sure?
I
It might
think
sound weird now,
Yachty,
but I think you just get used to it.
It goes into, because I mean, you got, and this is totally different eras of hip hop, but you know, you had, Common was once Common Sense, you know what I mean? And he just changed it to Common. It's a lot of people that have, like, changed their names here and there. I think it's really predicated on, like, where you see yourself going, because yeah, like Xan, I don't think he's gonna last like another year. Like, you know, a lot of these kids, and I think that's a lot of that's due to their music and where they trying to go with it. I just don't see it, you know, lasting long, you know?
Until I actually see someone do it where they drop the little and it's so, like, it's so mind-blowing that we just like, oh my God, instead of calling you little whoever, we just call you whoever. I think people realizing you might as well just keep it. Over time, people will just refer to you as the last part of your name. Like, we call Yachty Yachty now. We don't be like, Lil Yachty, unless we're formally saying his name. You get me? A lot of times we just shorten shit. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Well, a lot of the
focus on the music.
A lot of the littles is little too. Like, they don't really get too tall. Like, there's no
you really
little.
asked Tory Lanez about his height though last week. I've been meaning to talk to you
I really because that's a real conversation, because it's like when the whole thing with Tory, I got a lot of friends that's like that, and their confidence comes from them having to prove people wrong.
The Napoleon complex.
Yeah, but because people not taking them serious because of their height. That's why I wanted to know, like, is that a real thing for you? Like, did you feel like your height is what pushed you over? Because for me, when I was younger, like, I was like really, really, really slim. And I played basketball and nobody wanted to pick me. So I was like, all right, I need to work on my skills if I want to get picked. So his confidence and his skill level is so far, he like, nobody, Jay-Z, who the fuck is that? Like, he'll challenge anyone. And I think
Tory has
that's
to be top 5 most confident rappers I've ever
absolutely
met. Rappers, singers, whatever we're calling
Rock with
him.
it though. You gotta have that confidence.
He's hilarious.
There's so many artists that would go so far if they had that level of confidence. And just even they don't even have to like be vocal about it, but just have that confidence within themselves. There's a lot of people that have the talent, but they don't match it up with the confidence, and it doesn't push them too far. So.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I did have to ask him about
That was
his
pretty
height.
funny. Joyner was not feeling the toast, of course. What he said, something happened when Tory got his hairline transplanted. But we knew that
Oh
was
man,
coming.
it's all in,
jokes.
like
It's all
that shit is
jokes.
all in fun. Like the good thing about it is nobody's like trying to go too far with shit.
Oh, no, we
be
still want them to do a
disrespectful.
record together.
Absolutely.
That would be really dope.
Absolutely.
Hopefully that happens.
Absolutely.
Maybe for 2019.
Yeah, Joyner, you gotta redeem yourself though, bro. Joyner gotta watch one of these little niggas again. That's what he does well. He'll get on a nigga like Lil Pump beat and go crazy and then diss Pump on the beat. And then that should be like, damn, that's why you can't fuck with a Joyner. But I don't know, Joyner gotta catch he gotta catch a lyricist to make an example of. I did say it though. Remember though? I said it to Joyner while he was here. I said, Joyner, I feel like you be picking on the niggas you know can't rap back. You picking on Pump. You know Pump ain't hitting you with the lyrical miracle spirituals. You gotta pick on like a nigga like Tor. You gotta.
Who was it that he almost, it was Hobson maybe? It was the same
Hobson's a
thing.
rap, too.
Fans, yeah, exactly. Fans tweeting like, you can't go bar for bar with this person.
Oh, they were
but then
about
they made
to,
it
and
up.
then
But
they, like-
that would be a battle to see. You know what I mean? If we're talking about dudes who just rap, that would be pretty dope. But anyway, that's it, guys.
That's it.
Well, that's almost it for the year. Again, one more episode tomorrow, and then we are done. So enjoy your holidays. You know where to find us on social media if you need us, at Everyday Strug on Twitter with 2 Gs. Gentlemen, any final thoughts before we roll out?
Nope.
All right.
Kodak album is simply amazing. Y'all got to listen to it. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
All right.
You expect to do about 70K. I like it, man.
All right.
That's
Well, I
really
would just
dope.
like to thank all the viewers for this year.
Thank you, guys. I'm going to check out the Kodak album. Yeah, have a great holiday. We'll see you January 7th, I believe. We'll let you know on Twitter. Definitely
By the
January.
way, I hit Drake and told him, I said, Orbs, leave my man Kanye alone, man. Orbs, leave him alone.